whistle to start the second half, or start the new game. Bit of a bounce fielded by Drury, but they're going to be hit quick, deep in their own territory as Utah State looks to counter-ruck, steal the ball. So Drury pinned deep already as they look to catch that man on the wing. He tries to step the opposing winger, can't quite get there. Drury reverses the field. So Utah State keeping up the speed, and they're going to catch that ball as the pass goes to ground. Utah State quickly taking command, and they're going to go on the attack, drop the ball on their own, but they do manage to maintain the possession. And there's a man open up the middle. 2 men involved in the half, left a hole behind. Utah State jumps on it and drives forward. Tackled a couple of meters shy of the try line, though, is Utah State, as Drury looking to harden that defense. But Utah State finds a man on the wing, and he may be across. There's the arm, then Utah State strikes first. 1 minute into the match, Utah State's going to put it down for 5. That ball placed down far on the left-hand side makes for a long, difficult kick. And I believe that kick was good. So that with that, Utah State will go up by a score of 7-0. I'm sorry? Okay. Fans telling me that the kick was not good. And so 2 minutes in, Utah State 5, Drury 0. Utah State, good high booming kick. It's going to be fielded clean by Drury. Looking for the support on the wing. Pass gets away. I believe Utah State may have jumped on that. No, Drury still with it. He's going to break free. Looking to come down that right-hand side. Defense swarms. Can't quite get to midfield. Missed the signal for the infraction there, but Drury with the quick tap to restart. To look to go up the middle, looking for those support runners. And he's going to be cited, runner is going to be cited for not releasing the ball. And so just like that, a promising Drury drive is turned over, and Utah State now across midfield and into Drury territory. There's a hard tackle. And ref's going to call a knock-on to Utah State. So Drury back in control here. Ball's out. Utah State with the ball, looking to go to the left. Can't quite find a support line on the outside. Brings it back to the center, offloads. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Drury. And now Drury looking to go down that right-hand side. Can't quite find that corner. And I believe he's going to be tackled into touch, or perhaps the ball came loose, bounced into touch. So we will have a Utah State lineout here just shy of midfield. Coming up on 5 minutes gone in the first half. Drury 0, Utah State 5. Line out to Utah State as they look to come over to the right, looking for that offload. Finds it. Ball goes to ground. Drury giving chase. And Utah State's going to lose probably 30 meters on that bobble. They'll now begin to move back to the left, looking to bring it back to midfield. They're about their own 10-meter line now at this point. And ref calls an infraction to Utah State. That'll turn the ball over to Drury. Looks like it might have been a knock-on. Looking for the signal. Wind beginning to pick up here. We've probably got about 10 knots straight across the field from east to west at this point. Drury scrum. Bobbles the ball. That's going to be a knock on, and Drury's going to turn the ball back over to Utah State. Ball bobbled by Utah State. It's going to be picked up by Drury, the 9. He's going to take forward. No one there to stop him. He'll take that one in, and Drury will get on the board right up the middle. So here in the waning seconds of the first half, Drury puts 5 on the board to tie it up. Conversion yet to come. Kicks up and good. Drury makes it 7, and so ref blows the whistle, signaling the end of the half. So what looked to be a half largely dominated by the Utah State offense winds up with Drury going into halftime up by a score of 7-5. And we will reconfigure the scoreboard and be back in a couple of minutes with the second half. Back for the second half. Drury leading a tight, hard-fought match, 7-5 over Utah State. And Drury will be kicking off left to right. There's the whistle to start the clock. High booming kick by Drury. We'll see if the defenders can get under it. Fielded clean by Utah State. And Drury player goes for the interception. Can't quite get it. Utah State going to drag a defender forward a bit. Quick reset by Utah State. Looking for a hole along the right. Looking to step. Dancing through some holes there. And brought down by the last Drury defender. A bit of an errant pass, and I think Utah State has it, but Drury has a hold of him. As Utah State closes in, breaks free, and he's going to trot in. He'll take that one, put that one down just beneath the post. Utah State puts another 5 on the board. And you can hear the Drury fans calling for a offsides to Utah State, but the ref signals not. So we'll look for the conversion here. Kicks up, flags up. 2 more points to Utah State, and they go up by a score of 12-7. Deep kick by Utah State. That one's going to bounce well into touch in goal. So that should bring us back out to midfield. Drury with the tap and go from midfield. Hit hard, jumps back to his feet, runs forward, brought down by a secondary defender. And ref's going to bring it back. Bring it back for not releasing. And so Utah State restarts. Across midfield into Drury territory. Utah State has numbers on the left-hand side. Looking to step one, hits the center. He's going to be free and clear. He's going to step back, the sole defender chasing him. He'll take that one up the middle. And Utah State puts 5 more on the board to extend their lead. Kick's good. Utah State makes it 21-7. 3 minutes left to play. Utah State with the kick to restart. 2.5 minutes left to play. Good high kick fielded by Utah State defender, stolen, and they're now again deep in Drury territory. But the ref's going to blow it up, calls Drury for the high tackle. So quick tap by Utah State, back on the offense. Looking for the crossing run. He's going to find a hole and back up to the middle. Utah State's going to dive in, put another 5 on the board. Ref's arm goes up. Utah State extends the lead. So what started the second half as a tight match, Drury up by 2 points, has really gone Utah State's way this second half as they have put 21 unanswered on the board. And the conversion will be no good. So with that 21, 2 minutes left to play, Utah State 26, Drury 7. Another good high kick by Utah State. This time going to be fielded by Drury, though, looking to come around the right wing. He's going to be tripped up by the ankles, and the pass is going to almost bounce into touch. I believe the ref, I'm not sure if he's going to call that a knock-on or what. So that ball did go into touch, so that's off a Utah State player, so it's a Drury lineout. And that's going to be a knock-on right there. Ref signaling advantage to Utah State as they recovered the knock-on. Ball went backwards, so he gets to keep playing. Off to the winger, and he may have some space. Can't quite find the opening. It's going to break free, and ref's arm goes up, signaling another try for Utah State. And we're into the waning seconds of the second half here. At this point, Utah State's lead insurmountable. Kicks up from the far corner, no good. And with that, the time runs down, and we'll call the final Drury 7, Utah State 31.